Hey YouTube, it's Dawson Rider here with my review of the Power Rangers Super Megaforce 4-inch line of figures. So, yeah, we do have 4-inch figures, but they're pretty crappy if you could tell. If you didn't know, we used to do 4-inch figures as our standard articulated figures for the past few years, switching from 5-inch, and now we switched back to 5-inch-ish. But we also have a line of 4-inch figures which have extremely limited carpal tunnel syndrome. They cured it. No, they have extremely limited articulation and extremely limited details. But I picked them up because I thought it might be something neat to have next to my 4-inch figures, and I was kind of curious about them, to be honest. But let's go ahead and take a look at them. We'll start, this wave has Super Megaforce Red, Green, Blue, regular Megaforce Red, and Red Samurai Ranger. So we'll start with regular Super Megaforce Red. If you can't tell just by looking at them already, they're pretty craptastic. The details are pretty minimal. They're like one notch above the crappy figures that come with the bikes or the Zords. They have basic details. You got like the chest details there. The head there's got the symbol and the visor and the blurriness. But very, very basic, as you can see. Not a whole lot to it. It's just, like I said, a notch above the crappy bike figures and Zord figures there. They all do come with one weapon. He gets a Super Mega Saber, and they can go in either hand. And they're actually pretty much the same as the ones from the 5-inch figures, so if you have extra ones laying around, you can mix and match them if you so choose. Articulation-wise, their arms only move around 360, and their legs can go back and very, very slightly forth. And their heads can move around. Possible 360, but their collars kind of make it difficult, but you can do it. So yeah, like I said, very, very limited here with that. So next up, we will Faceplant Troy. Do you see any tears? Nope, don't see any, Troy, because you're wearing a helmet. Okay, now we have Blue, who's in a really awkward pose, which actually looks cooler if you put 2 swords on him, which I'm going to do because I have an extra one laying around. But as you can see, just like the other one, bare minimum details. All the articulation on these guys are the same, so I'm not going to bother covering it for everyone. It's the exact same, just their arms might be positioned different, so he's got the rotating arms, legs move forward a little bit back, very slightly back, and his head rotates around. Like I said, all of them are the same articulation, excuse me, I'm sorry, but just their arms are placed differently. He's in an awkward pose. If he had 2 swords, it would look a lot cooler. And then we have Green, which isn't too bad of a fixed pose. He comes with a Super Mega Blaster right there. As you can see, also bare minimum details. Check out the back. Boring. It'd be nice if they could come with at least 2 weapons, which would be nice to make him look a little better. Because as you can see, it is possible for him to hold the other weapon. And then we do get regular Megaforce Red right here, which isn't quite as bad. I actually kind of dig the way his helmet looks. Let me zoom in on that. His helmet's pretty bare bones details. I'll show a comparison here in a minute. But something about the way the black and the gold kind of goes off the cheap red, it kind of looks different and kind of neat. So that I kind of dig, but that's just a personal thing, and is by no means a reason I would say buy the figure, but I kind of dig it. And his pose kind of sitting there like that isn't half bad, but yet again, he's pretty barren on the details, and especially in terms of the helmet. But there's not a whole lot more to his suit. He looks okay, and he comes with his Sky Sword right there. Like I said, the exact same articulation. His arms are just positioned differently, but he's honestly, let's take a look at his crotch. Troy transforms into other crotch. Sorry, I couldn't resist. But he's probably my favorite of the bunch, for whatever reason. And then we've got Samurai figure, because damn it, Samurai merchandise is still releasing, who looks okay, just like the other ones. Pretty bare minimum details. At least his helmet has the white ridges for his details, but pretty basic. He does come with the his sword, which is the name I'm forgetting right now. Spin sword. There we go. I got it. But yeah, pretty basic. Like I said, yet again, same articulation. But he's not half bad. I think that the 2 older figures are actually the better of the bunch. Just to close this out here, we'll do some quick comparisons. Here is obviously the 4-inch. Damn it, Troy! With you and your damn tears. Here he is next to the 5-inch version of the figure. So yeah, you can see the difference there, obviously in quality and scale. And just because they're the same figure. Well, I'll show it here because this is what I sort of wanted it for display purposes. Here he is next to the Super Megaforce, or the regular Megaforce 4-inch figure from the articulated line. They're pretty much in scale. This guy's a little hunched down, so they're practically the same size. This guy seems a smidge taller, but this guy's legs are a little spread. It sounds weird to say. But that's kind of what I wanted it for. We don't have any girl figures, so I can't complete it. But here is Super Megaforce 4-inch. Damn it, I keep calling it Super. Regular Megaforce 4-inch from the Megaforce line next to this one. And you can see sort of the helmet differences there in detail. There's something about this one that makes it look kind of neat to me, but yeah, that's the difference there. I really wish they had done the girls for this. I'm not usually one to complain about them not doing the girls in figure lines, but because I kind of wanted to put these guys alongside my 4-inch Megaforce display to show all of their different modes, that's kind of why I got them. I'm not entirely sure how far they're going to go with this, how far, excuse me, they're going to go with this line in general. They might be doing past Rangers, maybe Silver and stuff, I'm not sure, but honestly I really can't recommend them. They're pretty crappy figures, very limited articulation, limited paint, they're overall just okay. I don't absolutely hate them, but I definitely wouldn't recommend them to you. I would just go for the 5-inch line, and for him just go get your 4-inch figure, even though I have a weird thing about him. But yeah, not very, very cool at all. It would have been neat if they would have done this scale line, and instead of trying to make it articulated, just make like a statuesque line and make them better painted. Would have been kind of neat to get a bunch of different Ranger figures in sort of cool poses. That would have been a neat thing to do if they wanted to continue some sort of 4-inch line, but overall these are pretty poor. But yeah, that about wraps it up. Until next time, make sure you check out the crazy podcast at writersrangersandrambles.com. Until next time, it's Dawson Ryder, signing out.